Now, back to Sports on the Bayou.
Welcome back to Sports on the Bayou. We have a guy here that we probably need to start putting on the payroll since he's been with us so much over the last few weeks. Lasseigne, head coach of E.D. White Catholic, going to the ship, the state champion.
Absolutely.
Have you allowed it to sort of sink in yet, or are you going to wait till after Friday?
You know, in 2021, I did it completely wrong. I was just wrapped up in the fact that you're going to play in the state championship. And I told my wife I'm going to take time to breathe this week. And so turned down a few interviews and said, hey, give me time to enjoy this a little bit. And then it's the first time we go play in the Superdome. It was kind of strange because the guy that runs our drone for us in practice came up to me after the game Friday and said, Coach, do you realize that we're going to go play in a place where they've played Super Bowls? And
the Super Bowl this year.
And so it hit me. It hit me right there. The kids know, I know, but we got to take some time to breathe a little bit this week.
It's just another game, Coach.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
that's what they say.
Coach,
I told the kids that yesterday. None of them believe it.
Tell them that afterwards.
And Kyle, I'm not trying to put pressure on you, but you're almost going to look all the experience you have. But how about Hank Tierney?
Oh, yeah.
Man, his ride is legendary in Louisiana.
So you know that.
I know that.
I know y'all burning the midnight oil, right?
We are. And look, Hank used to run our offense, so I'm sure he's got some ideas how to stop it. So, yeah, it's going to be fun.
Speaking of that offense, let's take a look at the highlights in the semifinal game against Leesville. This, of course, was Friday night. Good crowd. I would say probably not as sort of playoff-ish as the game the week before because obviously that was a big rival, but it was certainly a great crowd.
Yeah, it was.
Young, listen, and when I say young, that's a junior, Ethan Babin, getting in the end zone to start things off. And then Jax Trish comes up with a huge interception right here to make it 14. I thought that was huge simply because y'all kind of went a little lull.
Yeah, we had some problems on offense first few series, so that probably swung the momentum in the game right there.
So here we go. We're late in the second quarter, and that is Carter Douglas, a little, I don't know, we call him a water bug up there in the booth. And he gets in close, and then another junior, Grant Barbera, gets in for the touchdown. This kid was special.
He was. He's a man. He's a man. Look, our game plan was to stop that guy, and he just a strong kid. And look, but we limited him, so we did a good job defensively.
Quiet yards. He got quiet yards. I bet you Ben Guidry is he's probably mad at the turf monster for going down on that one. But you get another touchdown here again. Carter Douglas gets in, and then it's wrapped up by a sophomore as Reese LaFont gets into the end zone. Yeah. By the way, the thing that's in common with all of these guys who are getting in the end zone is they're all underclassmen, which has to feel kind of good. Of course, your linemen are.
We need some linemen, though.
Yeah.
So that's the reason we got in the end zone. But, yeah, that's bright future for those guys, yeah.
So big game is going to be Friday. It's at noon, folks, which is a little odd to have it during school time. You guys were telling me at the table that E.D. White actually is.
During school time, hell, it's school.
Yeah, that's what I said. That's what I said.
Well, I knew that was coming.
No, you win. You don't got to go to school on Monday. I'm not. Where's the E.D. White principal? I don't even.
She's not.
You win. You ain't got to even go to school on Monday. Show probably Wednesday or something.
You know, I walked in on Monday and I was passing the collection basket to all the teachers. I said, you can chip in for me getting you the day off on Friday. Nobody contributed, though.
Got a great question. Mike, Bobby, even Martin could chime in. I don't know if you care enough, Rich, related to this. Since 1921. No, just being a Bayou region sort of question. Since 1921, they have documented state championships, right? There have been 383 state championships since 1921 in the state of Louisiana. In the Bayou region, which we consider pretty much Berwick, definitely Tim Morgan City coming this way, down to Galliano, up to, say, Napoleonville. How many state championships do you?
4.
All right, he's got 4.
I would say, because I know Salafush won too. So
You're actually wrong.
What mean?
They won 3. Actually won 3.
But LCO probably.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm going to say 48.
So I would say 8.
8. 7. Martin's got 7. Let's put up the graphic. It is 11.
Oh,
Wow.
No, I'd have never guessed that. Never would have guessed
So
that.
1957 was Morgan City, obviously St. Francis, which is now Vanderbilt Catholic, Lockport.
Lockport did win one.
So in
Lockport
64,
Pirates.
Assumption in 64.
the helmets had to be involved with that, Lockport, huh?
LaRose
The
cut
helmet?
off. Edie White has 2 under their belt, so no pressure.
no.
For another
Mike
one.
Hillman, yeah.
South Lafourche, everybody forgets about the 71 because of what you guys did in 77.
Dwayne Goucher, East 39th Street. We live on the
Oh,
same
you didn't
street.
set him off now, Stan.
The street of champions, Highway 308 ain't cut off. East
Thibodeau
39th
High
Street. We
in
live 2 houses apart.
1991.
Both won the damn state championship.
Very
You
fortunate.
think that's
Eric
to pick
Wagner
up games?
back here.
Come on, tackle football, no pads. Hello.
Now, Stan, you were coaching in 91 at South Carolina,
91,
right?
along with Eric Wagersback, who is now on the staff over at Edie White. So this is his second go round. I just told him, I said, listen, y'all going to love this word. We were playing Crowley, and we were warming up underneath. Now, y'all played the first game that day. We played the second game. And we had what we Cajuns called the frisons underneath.
The frisons, yeah, frisons.
And I asked Eric, how you going to feel about that? He said, it's a different world. I mean, Kyle mentioned they have drones at practice now. Could you imagine Ralph Perry with a drone?
He might have shot down that drone.
No, we had 12 running plays, 5 pass plays. And you know how, like I coach Perry tell me, throw to you, everything's open.
So, Kyle, is that your advice to the quarterback?
It usually is. That's the first piece of advice, but yeah.
Do also want to remind everybody that because of regulations by the LHSA, you can't do this, you can't do that, but we are going to be there with radio. So if you are at work and you can't make it to the Dome, tune in 97.7. Very lucky to be on that call, actually doing color analysis with Mr. Big in the house tonight, and Hillary Domain going to be there. So again, we'll have that on radio, and Martin's going to have a very special show that night, Friday night.
Well, you know, Coach, I want y'all to beat Shaw because Shaw is close to my heart. We won state in 77. We beat Shaw in the quarterfinals, and we beat Bonneville, Tommy Wilcox in the finals. You know, John Forcade at Shaw.
He still says y'all cheated.
We didn't cheat nothing. No. Now, we might have cheated against Bonneville, but not Shaw. My Uncle George, you know what my Uncle George did? This is crazy. This is a true story. My Uncle George Hebert, I'm telling you what, they had this, I remember this big umpire official from Alexandria, and before the game, he opened his trunk, and he had this big ice chest. He goes, this is for you. He goes, there's a bunch of filet speckled trout and oysters and all that. He said, look, I want you just to watch the game. Just let the boys play to keep that flag in your pocket. And then, now, if you jump off sides, they got to call that. But all that holding and all that.
Stan, his uncle was Jerry Jones before Jerry Jones.
Well, he was
really?
the principal, too, right?
The principal, my grandpa, his brother, Uncle George Hebert, my great uncle, he would be in a suit. He had the program on the side. He would say, listen, you can be hurt tomorrow morning. You can't be hurt on Friday night. And if you play hurt on Friday night, you don't have to go to school on Monday.
We'll be back.
You can go see Dr. Boulay.